We're all a bit neurotic to some degree, and no one is truly complete with themselves or their minds. Even the most self-confident person holds secret fears, and those fears always raise their ugly heads when it comes to playing in the field of love. Here's what each zodiac sign fears most in a relationship. Aries. Aries fears being found out about and scolded for it. As strong and badass as these people can be, they are also quite nervy and they like to get away with bad behavior. When called out on it, it causes within them an immense conflict because they don't like getting caught. And they will spend a very long hard time fearing that whatever wrong move they made will be revealed and confronted. Taurus. This sign wants to love so badly, but they know what intense love gets them: intense vulnerability. They fear being vulnerable and weakened by love. While they know that throwing themselves into it can bring about the greatest experience of their lives, they are also so cautious as to not fall in love, as this will make them vulnerable. Taurus takes the lessons of the past to heart, and it grows as a fear of intimacy in the future. Gemini. Decisions are what Gemini fears. Yes, it's typical, but yes, also, it's real. If a Gemini is in a relationship and has to make a hefty decision, something as great as perhaps getting married, or even divorced, they will put off that decision for as long as possible with the hope that maybe it will just go away. Geminis do love progress, but they'd rather go along with someone else's plan rather than affect that progress themselves. Cancer. Their biggest fear is lack of security, in love and in life. The problem here is that they dwell on it to such a degree that they end up attracting insecure situations to themselves as a result. With all that mind power being used for fear, they unconsciously create stressful circumstances for themselves to navigate through. Cancer is happy when they are loved and taken care of, and they worry about the ending throughout the entire process. Leo. Leo's biggest fear is being forgotten or not considered. And most, they fear not being special. To be a Leo and to feel average is like a curse to this person, and their fears tend to make them overcompensate at every chance they get. When you witness a Leo overdoing it, it's because they had a neurotic moment that led them to believe you might have forgotten them. They want to be your hero, and whether you believe in them or not, they want more. Virgo. Virgo fears being disappointed. Mostly by themselves, but by you as well. It's not so much that Virgo remains true to the stereotype of being perfection-seeking judges, it's that they've experienced loss in the past and it hurt them. Unfortunately, the issues of the past never really leave Virgo, and they use that pain to project scenarios onto their everyday lives, scenes that eventually become real. Their distrust of things becomes a problem for everyday life. They fear having what they love ruined, and so they end up ruining it themselves first. Libra. Libra has an intense fear of losing control. Being that they are kind-hearted and compassionate by nature, they end up giving up a lot of their own freedom for the sake of others. They wear themselves down with their kindness, and in doing so, they find themselves giving almost too much. This puts them into a deep funk of introspection where they are continuously wondering if their life is theirs to live at all. Scorpio. Your typical Scorpio fears being stagnant. These are people who are great go-getters, they fight for their rights and they will do what is necessary to create whatever good life they can for themselves. However, when a Scorpio cannot affect change, they suffer. Boredom is common with Scorpio, and even though they have great imaginations for escape, when momentum is not able to happen, Scorpio will start to feel very uneasy and fearful. Sagittarius. The fear of blending in is at the top of the list with Sagittarius. These are stoic folks who will never accept that they are anything less than unique, possibly strange, and individual in thought and in action. Sagittarius will walk away from any situation that has them feeling like just another schmo. Their need to be recognized as special is demanding indeed. Sagittarius's biggest fear is having someone, possibly a lover, think they are ordinary. And they will fight it too. Capricorn. Naturally, these folks are the defenders of the weak and downtrodden, and what they fear the most is being silenced. Capricorn wants his or her say in the matter, so don't even think about shutting them down. They will not be kept in the corner, and should such a situation occur where they are not being listened to, they will make themselves even louder and more in the spotlight. Capricorn fears not being heard. Aquarius. This group fears not having a choice. If you are in a relationship with an Aquarian, understand this: they may hem and haw when making up their mind, but this is what they do to assert their own sense of individuality. They do not want you to make any choices for them. They want their say, and they fear having that choice taken away from them. Pisces. Those born under the sign of Pisces come with a deep-rooted fear of rejection. While we all have this to a degree, Pisces seems to make an art form out of it. Their fear manifests as weepiness and sometimes martyrdom. They're not trying to be unappealing, it's just that this is how they express their fear: they cry and whine. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to stay Zodiac savvy.